Your voice wavers and your knees shake. Your heart starts to pound and it feels like it's going to burst out of your chest. Your mind goes blank and you forget what it is that you're about to say next. Beads of sweat form on your brow. What are these symptoms you're suffering from? Is it love? No. Rather, you're suffering from speech anxiety. Speech anxiety affects both neophytes and experienced speakers. The difference is that experienced speakers know how to control their nervousness and appear poised and confident before an audience. Now, what's one reason when I saw this speech, even though it is a prepared speech, I knew I needed to do it. And the reason I needed to do it was because I felt so strongly about the subject matter. And when I was a neophyte Toastmaster, or even before that, when I was a neophyte college graduate, I felt a lot of nervousness, especially in the speaking environment. One time in particular, I was getting up in front of an audience like this to do a prepared speech. I had my agenda ready and everything. But when I got up, I got some adrenaline that came into me. I got really nervous. I forgot what I wanted to say. So that's when I knew I needed Toastmasters. And gradually I found my way through Toastmasters and through practice. I got better and better, but I wish I had a speech of this caliber back when I was a neophyte speaker. I would have gone further along in my journey that much quicker. So what about you? What is your experience with nervousness? Do you remember your first date, your first day at school, your first day in the job? In each of those instances, you may have been nervous because you were faced with something new and exciting. Likewise, when we're speaking, we may be nervous because we're afraid we're going to bore the audience, or we're afraid we'll appear foolish before them. Speech anxiety or stage fright is common amongst all speakers who care about their performance. However, it need not be a detrimental thing. In fact, it can be valuable if used properly. The key is learning how to control it. Butterflies in the stomach, and increased heart rate. They're both examples of nervousness. Now, our nervous system remained unchanged since the dawn of time when we were hunters and gatherers. Back then, when we were faced with a potential danger, we went into what I call fight or flight mode, in which our body increased its adrenaline production. And this adrenaline went to our heart, and the heart increased the blood or oxygen flow to the muscles into the brain. And the result was a burst of energy. And this extra energy was supposed to give us the strength we needed to overcome whatever obstacles we saw. However, the challenge is that today's man is not used to these physiological changes. We're not used to handling them. If we take these changes as an indicator that we are ready to speak, then our performance will be improved. However, if we allow these changes to flow over us, like I did when I was speaking the first time, then we'll become nervous and we'll become panic-stricken. We'll be like a deer in the headlights. So we definitely don't want that to do. So what do? How do we control this nervous energy, this panic-stricken performance? The best thing you can do is practice. And that's the first of 3 items I'd like to share with you today. Practice. When we practice, we're able to build our confidence and reduce fear. We're able to put our anxiety in perspective. We'll realize that the audience is not hostile. They're not bored. Rather, they want us to succeed. So how are you going to get this practice? Well, you found one place right here, at Toastmasters. So you can practice speaking here. You can practice speaking at other clubs. Reach out to a community and religious events wherever you feel comfortable and seek speaking opportunities in different venues. Remember, like your mom always said, practice does make perfect. Number 2 is mental rehearsal. As I mentioned earlier in my speech, our thought processes affect our performance. So in mental rehearsal, we use our thought processes to achieve positive results. Now, I know this sounds like mental mumbo jumbo, but it's not. Research studies show that vividly imagined events are recorded by the brain as actual memories. I'll repeat that because it's important. Vividly imagined events are recorded by the brain as actual memories. So the implications of this are staggering. What it means is we can get the benefit of giving a speech without actually having to deliver that speech. So if we, in our mind, practice speaking, deliver a speech, it'll be actually recorded in our brain as if we gave that speech. So our library of experiences will increase. And our performance next time we actually give a speech will be that much better. So go ahead, folks. Daydream. Daydream that you're walking up to the podium confidently, that you're giving good eye contact with the audience. Imagine a great introduction, a body that's well organized and effective in which all your key points are hit, and a conclusion that's succinct, positive, and strongly received. Imagine the appreciation of the audience and the applause that you get from them as you walk back to your seat. Replay this in memory whenever you need to reduce your anxiety or increase your confidence. So that is mental rehearsal. That's the second one. And the third item I'd like to share with you today are a couple of exercises. Now these are a lot of fun, so if your heart is strong, if you want to follow along with me and do these, feel free. But if you just want to watch from your seat, that's okay too. Now the first exercise I'll share with you today is a great way to reduce stress. It's a breathing and stretching exercise. So start kind of like this, like I'm standing up here, arms to your side. Raise your arms up over your head. As you do, inhale. And gradually lower your arms back down to your waist. Exhale as you do. Knees straight, and then you want to bend down like this. If you're really flexible, maybe you can touch the floor, but I can barely get past my knees. But that's a great exercise for stretching and breathing. The second one I call the hand roll. That's again when you stand up, you lift your arms to your side, do 5 forward rolls, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 backwards rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back again. It's another great exercise. I call it the arm roll. I really feel like Jack Lane when I did this. This first opportunity I had to give this speech was actually at a YMCA. So we had somebody walk into our class, into the Toastmasters class. They thought it was an exercise class. But unfortunately it wasn't. I only had a couple exercises. And the third item we have today is the head roll. Start standing up, put your chin to your chest like this. Again, roll it clockwise 3 times. And counterclockwise. So clockwise and then counterclockwise. I'll do it again, but I'm afraid of getting too dizzy. We don't want that to happen. So those are the 3 exercises. And you can practice them whenever you get nervous. So remember, folks, a lot of the signs of nervousness that we feel, the increased heart rate, the sweaty palms, the audience can't see those things. We think they're so glaringly obvious, but they're not. So, as long as we maintain our confidence, maintain our composure, the audience is often blissfully unaware of those items. So, I gave you some methods, and I gave you some exercises to practice before a speech. Use those anytime you feel your nervousness growing or the butterflies coming back in your stomach. They'll give you the energy that you need to move forward positively in your speech. So remember, move forward confidently, folks. Next time you speak, the audience will listen to every word you have to say.